this one inside Hard Rock Stadium as the Miami Hurricanes try to represent the great tradition of their program. We've been tracking this matchup for weeks, thinking about a possible top 5 collision. Both teams have done their part, and now here we are, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Canes will kick this deep to get us going. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Tackle made at the 41. It's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50.
This is what makes the RPO so difficult to defend if you have a quarterback who can read it. It's that old argument, which guy has the chalk last? Well, with a quarterback that can read it like that, the quarterback has the chalk last. He reads that they're up, makes the throw in the quick slant, gets some really good yards.
Handoff here from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47. The Mustangs will line up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Oh, that one's picked off. They finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st and long now after the penalty. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Makes the catch. It's Henderson. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Pass caught. 2nd down now. Snags a quick throw. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So 4th down and 12. The offense is on the field to go for it. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Fires it to the wideout, but it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop. Offense showing a bunch formation now. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They get him down, but that's a solid gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that previous play. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Receiver in motion now. It's a draw to the back. Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
On the set.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Caught near the goal line. He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from the first down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time with good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Tackled at the 40, that'll earn a fresh set of downs.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? We'll try to run it with the option. Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. That one's picked off. What a play. Not much on the return there, but the takeaway will give the offense the football at the 46.
How about this, Chris? The safety reads the quarterback's eyes perfectly and saw the throw before it even happened. If you're the quarterback, that's why it's so important to look those safeties off so they can't break on your throws.
And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. An explosive play. They'll finally make the tackle down at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the offense. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Henderson. And he's shoved out of bounds by the defense short of the first down marker.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain. Get stuck with third down and long.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit.
Miami.
And one final play before the end of the quarter. Second down, we're going to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Henderson. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
That's the end of the first quarter. Miami 7, SMU 0.
A new set of downs after that completion. They're going to run the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
Second down play coming up for this offense. And he drops back in the gun. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
When a defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback, third down, critical down and distance, do a good job of dialing things up, and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
Gamble here. Offense going for it on fourth down inside their own 40. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun looking for a receiver. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. It's the running back in the flat. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Important second down play coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. 7-yard gain sets up a 3rd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Caught quickly. Takes the football inside the 30, and that's a 1st down.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And it's incomplete. Even on a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure. Send the back in motion. He's back to throw again on 2nd and 10. Makes a quick catch. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving them multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown for the U. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the 1st quarter to establish the lead, the 2nd quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Receiver makes the catch. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a 1st down. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. And they hand it off to the back.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Oh, the huge hit there. You half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to it.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. been stopped in their first 2 fourth down attempts. Here comes number 3. Offense looking to throw the ball. The ball is picked off. Can he take it all the way? Past the 50. The 30. At the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Miami.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on fourth down. Not so sure about the play call. The defense was not doing it all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. This has been a rough first half. They'll have to regroup in intermission, but in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Makes a quick grab. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. That completion makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Can't hold on. Good defensive play, brings up a 4th down.
Boy, Chris, what a hit there on that 3rd down play by the defensive back. If he doesn't make that play, that's probably a 1st down, and they move the sticks. Instead, we've now got 4th down.
Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Yeah, we're seeing more and more of this in college football. Guys in that slot that got the ability to get downfield vertically. It's a mismatch if you have the right guy. This time they get the matchup that they want, hit it for a big one.
Went after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Miami offense is back on the field. You'd expect a prudent decision here, backed up near their own end zone. Just run the clock out and get to halftime. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot. I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense. Are this guy and his speed?
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, Miami.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Play action fake, looking to throw. And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. And he's going to launch it deep again. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks Once you get him behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what...
They've got him behind the line, the defense with a sack in the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Mustangs will kick this away to begin the second half. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's when they'll start the drive. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. Trying to build on a positive first half for this offense to see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
Off an RPO, the quarterback looks to his right. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. They look to throw it here on second down. And they get the completion. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion. The Hurricanes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackle is made, but that's good for a first down to the 47.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
The Hurricanes pick up enough to get a first down there. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. The pass is incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Pressure is coming. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
No, that's the one thing about a guy that always feels that he can rely on his legs. He's always trying to make a play, and this time he just wasn't able to get away from the defense, and that is a big loss for the offense.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here comes the Mustangs offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. He's going to take off. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Henderson. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that first down completion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Throws the ball away, but not before taking a hit.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield. You better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
Getting set. Here's second down. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Third down. This offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. Looking to chuck it again. Under heavy pressure, he takes a shot. And he throws his third interception of the day. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Forced to punt last time. Trying to add points, build the lead right here. Here comes a first down pass attempt. It's a quick grab. And the ball to the ground. No turnover. Offense recovers the fumble.
The offensive staff just took a collective sigh of relief. But I'd still anticipate that someone's going to pull that ball carrier aside, give him a couple choice words on the importance of ball security.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. That one takes it across the 30-yard line. And the Canes hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He lets it go on the move. And he's got it. He has first down yardage at the 46. That's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl route against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the defense where he wanted them, created an opening in that defense, and then he made a great throw for that first down.
Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Now it's second down here. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble now. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Finally marked out after a big gain, but hold on. There's a penalty marker on the field. Let's check this out. It's third down for the offense. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Rifles this football to the left. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical third down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to fourth down.
The offense couldn't convert on fourth down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. Quick throw to the right, looking for the first down. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this fourth down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the SMU offense is back out on the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. The quarterback's got it on the option. Pitch play to the back. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. It's an option look. Pitch to the back. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Miami 21, SMU 7.
A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. And the quarterback's going to sneak it.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
That moves the football inside the 40, and it's another first down.
It makes sense going for it here. You're kind of in that no man's land, depending on how much faith you have in your kicker. And if you don't get it, your opponent still has a ways to go. Now you pick it up and you can go get a touchdown.
The Mustangs lining up here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Locates the tight end. It's complete. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Catch made over the middle. Touchdown, Mustangs. A strong fight back.
Number 81.
And they'll set up for the PAT. The extra point is good. Down by a touchdown, 21-14.
That makes the score Miami 21, SMU 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. This game just got tighter. The temptation might be to sit on this lead, but we'll see how aggressive they get. Trying to create outside the pocket now. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down.
42, Spider. 4-2, slide 22. Slide 22.
Use the running game to chew on this clock now. That was a nice juke, but not much room to run. He's brought down for a short game.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here.
Rolling. Alert. Reload.
And the call is a quarterback sneak.
Well, that's the right call here by the offensive coordinator. Keep it simple. Just go right behind your line, but no push at all. The defense completely stops him there at the line of scrimmage.
Head coach stays aggressive after failing on the last 2 fourth-down attempts. They feed the fullback this time. The Canes pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I'll be honest, I thought on 4th down and 1 they might be just trying to draw the defense off sides, but they caught me and probably the defense by surprise as well, especially on their own side of the field. Gutsy play call right there to keep this drive alive.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
That now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. He's moving out of the pocket now. Throw to the running back in the flat. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a 1st down. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. The Canes look to keep this drive moving. They'll run it from the gun. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. And on the carry, he's heading left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Come up on 3rd down. Solid drive. Defense trying to get off the field here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Running back grabs it on a screen. Breaking free at the 35. Out of bounds, but not before a big gain. This offense is ripping the defense apart today.
Well, a big chunk play to pick up the 1st down. Now, don't get me wrong, he went out of bounds, but by getting that 1st down, new set of downs, continue to milk that clock and try to get this win.
The Hurricanes with 1st and 10 here. Hand off to the right side. Running with purpose.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
The offense has done well to choose some clock here. Now they'll come up on 2nd down. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. The Hurricanes pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, they can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Loses 3. 2nd down coming up.
And the long drive continues. The offense pushing the ball down the field.
Let's go! Go! Go!
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And that one is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 7-point lead.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. And now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
First down, looking to throw the football. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Wow, that is interception number 4 today for this QB. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway at the 26-yard line is huge. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. So it's still a one-possession game. The offense would love to work the clock here, but they can't take their foot off the gas. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Tough spot here, second and long at the 20. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Catch made on the left side. Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain. Well, a really entertaining game. Came right down to the end. They made the clutch plays, and that made the difference.
Well, we knew these teams were fairly evenly matched, and you really saw them go back and forth, trade blow for blow. Excellent team win by these guys, doing what they had to do in the final quarter to come out on top.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.